Hey everybody, welcome to Movie Time. I'm Sean. Alright guys, so I changed up the angle of the camera a little bit. I added some, art in here, make it a little more colorful. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys want to see something like this, want me to rotate the art out every week or something along those lines, let me know. A lot of it's going to be Fallout themed because that's what my stuff is. That's my jam right there. So let me know what you guys think. I would definitely like to hear your feedback on that. Alright guys, so there's some big news that came out this week. Marvel and DC are butting heads, trying to beat each other up with the bigger news story. So let's start with DC. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna read a list of what happened this week from DC. Let's start with, first off, there was an interview by one of the producers and he mentioned that Ben Affleck was their first choice for Batman. And not only was he their first choice, Christopher Nolan had a hand in choosing him, and this was their guy. Secondly, Wonder Woman is actually a demigod. She's the daughter of Zeus. Thirdly, DC Warner Brothers, they announced a whole slate of movies going all the way to 2020. I'm gonna read through some of these right now, so let's see what we got. First off, in 2016, you have Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. After that, in 2016, you'll have The Suicide Squad. In 2017, you're gonna have Wonder Woman, as well as Justice League Part 1. In 2018, The Flash will be hitting the big screen, starring Ezra Miller. Also in 2018, you have Aquaman. Finally confirmed that Jason Momoa will be Aquaman. In 2019, you have Shazam, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, as well as Justice League Part 2. And in 2020, to close out this list of movies, Cyborg will be getting his own movie starring Ray Fisher, and there will be a new reboot of Green Lantern. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that came out of this. First off, Christopher Nolan having a hand in Ben Affleck being chosen as Batman. Pretty cool. I like that Christopher Nolan does have a hand in this. He is one of the producers on these movies with Zack Snyder directing. It's really nice to see him in there, trying to help mold this, because the Nolan series of Batman movies was a good trilogy. It was, regardless of your feelings about number 1, Batman Begins, or Dark Knight Rises, it was a good trilogy. So I'm glad that he has his hand in there. 2, Wonder Woman, like I said, being a demigod. A nice change to the story, I guess. Comic book fans are probably gonna go a little crazy with this because it's not exactly true to her origin story. But you know what? When you're making films, you gotta make it the best film. Whatever works for this movie, I'm all down for that. Alright, the third thing I noticed, Part 1 and Part 2 of the Justice League. Pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy about that. Hopefully, it's not one of those things where it's all happening at once and they just cut it in half. Hopefully, it's an actual storyline that carries over throughout the 2 movies, and you can have all the movies in between supporting the storyline. So that would be pretty cool. I'm pretty interested in that. Flashing the big screen with Ezra Miller. He's known from Perks of Being a Wallflower, and from what I hear, he does a pretty good job with that film, and he has pretty good depth to his acting abilities. So 2 thumbs up for that. If that's what they're going with, they're getting some solid actors. Ray Fisher, for Cyborg, he's actually like a Broadway actor, so there you go. Again, another good actor. Jason Momoa finally being confirmed as Aquaman. That's great news. I got tired of hearing it over and over again, but never having that confirmation. So that's good to get this out of the way. And then last but not least, I have issues with this last part, is actually the date for Shazam movie. Shazam is coming out in 2019. What the heck's up with that? They're over here giving us all this announcement news regarding Shazam and saying that The Rock is going to be Black Adam, but they're not going to even have it out till 2019. That's 5 years from now. What the heck? DC, what are you guys planning on doing with this? And it's not even... Is it in the universe of the other movies? Because we know it's not being developed by the main Warner Brothers Studios. It's being developed by, I think, New Line. So what's going on with Shazam? Why is it taking so long? You've already announced one of the lead actors in it. So I don't know. Otherwise, other than the Shazam news, I'm pretty happy about all this. I'm definitely looking forward to see other news coming out regarding any of these movies, maybe some plot synopsis, something like that. I just want to hear some more news, and I want to see the ball rolling on some of these really close pictures. It's just over a year to 2016, so I mean, they got to get the ball rolling pretty soon. And on the other side of the coin, you have Marvel. Variety made some claims this week they're saying they're pretty rock solid regarding Marvel and their Captain America 3 storyline. They stated in the article that Robert Downey Jr. is actually joining the cast of Captain America 3. They said that as of, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, that Robert Downey Jr. was in his final negotiations to nail down a contract. Hopefully, if this is true, it's a negotiation to extend the contract for at least 2 or 3 films, and not just 1 film. But if this is true, it's gonna be crazy. Now, I have mixed feelings about this because, well, one, I definitely want a Captain America film. I want to see more of the storyline between Captain America and Bucky, the Winter Soldier. I want to see that grow, and I want to see where it goes. So I'm being a little selfish on the Captain America front, but I'm pretty excited because this could be the start of the Civil War, Marvel's Civil War. That's pretty awesome. That's a big story. It's a really hugely popular story, and it could mean so much for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This could entirely change where Avengers 3 is heading and Phase 3 is heading. It could give us a lot of insight to what these movies might be centered around. So even though I said I have some mixed feelings, I'm pretty pumped up about this if this turns out to be true. There have not been any confirmations from Marvel, from Robert Downey Jr., or any of their people, but Variety has had a pretty good track record with this stuff. They report things when it's supposed to be reported, and hopefully that they have some pretty good sources on this. This can definitely build some tension in the next phase, maybe 2 phases, to see where all these Avengers and all these superheroes are going to go, and if they're going to come back together in one fell swoop to defeat Thanos. So I don't know, but this landscape of the Marvel Cinematic Universe can go anywhere now if this is true. Okay, now another piece of big news this week. HBO announced that they are going to be providing a purely streaming service as of 2015. You don't have to be subscribed to a cable provider, a satellite provider. You just have to subscribe to HBO. Their streaming service, they haven't dropped any price points. I haven't read anything yet regarding price points. So they're going to be doing this, and I think this is going to be big competition for Netflix. As far as I know, I think that all of their shows are off of Netflix. I mean, I can't find Entourage on there or anything like that. So I think that they've already got their stuff, in-house. So if they were to do this would be pretty awesome. And if they charge you a respectable fee, $15 a month, I don't know, $20 a month, and give you everything that they have on there, I mean, that'd be awesome. There's so many people that want something like this, so many people that would like to have this just because they want to watch Game of Thrones or something along those lines. This is a really good idea, and this should have happened a long time ago for HBO. And hopefully they're successful. Hopefully they give us a good price point. I have HBO Go right now, but that's because I have HBO on with my satellite provider. And so this doesn't affect me too much unless it drops my price, because there's going to be different ways that you can get to their content. I don't know. But hopefully they succeed with this, and hopefully they put out a good product that all of us can enjoy. So now I guess the little news of the week. Jurassic World has dropped their poster. Their new poster. It looks pretty cool, really reminiscent of the original poster, and it has a tagline on it saying the park is open. What does this mean? It could mean so many things. It could mean that the park is just open, or it could mean that the park is open and all the dinosaurs are free, like in the first one. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about Jurassic World. I want to see what it has to offer. I want to see what Chris Pratt can do in a movie like this. I want to see what this movie has to offer. Hopefully it is good as the first one. And the last little bit of news is that Hot Tub Time Machine has been delayed from the Christmas Day release, which they were going to be opening up against The Interview, which is a tough sell right there. So they're going to be moving back a couple months till February. Now, I don't mind this move. I understand it, and I totally agree with it, because on Christmas Day, that weekend, I'm going to go see The Interview. As much as I really love Hot Tub Time Machine, I really trust in, Seth Rogen and James Franco and all those guys from Pineapple Express and the Apatow gang. I really trust them a lot, and I want to go see that movie a little bit more than Hot Tub Time Machine. Even though Hot Tub Time Machine might have boobs in it. I might have to rethink this, my stance on this, actually, now that I say that. But I do think that it's a good move for them, because they are not going to be fighting over that money that they might lose to The Interview. So I am going to go see this movie when it comes out in February, December 25th, whenever it comes out. I'm going to go see this movie. I'm pretty happy about it, and I'm looking forward to it. Alright guys, now it's time for trailers. This week I saw one trailer that really caught my mind. This movie is called In the Heart of the Sea, and it is starring Chris Hemsworth, Thor himself. He is a pirate, a fisherman, a whaler. I think that's the word for it. Whaler. He's a whaler. And they're going out to sea to get who else would they go get? Moby Dick. This movie looks actually pretty interesting. It looks pretty gritty as well. The trailer shows a lot of action, where they might have a harpoon stuck on Moby Dick and it's pulling down their sails or things like that. So I don't know, this movie looks really interesting and I can't wait to check it out. I want to see another trailer. I want to see what else is there to the story, to the characters, things of that nature, because there isn't much, you know, dialogue in the trailer, so it's mostly just action and showing you little glimpses of Moby Dick, which looks huge. That's what she said. And in theaters this week, you guys, you have the George R. Gutierrez movie, Book of Life. This movie looks really colorful and it looks really interesting. It looks like it could be a definite family movie. And I like the kind of like what it's going about, like what the days it circles. It goes through 3 worlds in the trailer, and I see a lot of stuff for Dia de los Muertos. It looks really interesting. I think it's going to be a good movie. I'm not usually into these type of movies, but this one, you know, make an exception. Hopefully it comes out with good reviews. I haven't seen anything yet on the reviews of it, but I am interested in it. The other movie that's coming out this week is the one that's been having my attention for months on end. It is Fury, starring Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, Michael Pena, John Bernthal, and so on and so forth. This movie just looks really, really good, and I definitely want to go see this tomorrow night, this weekend, whatever. I want to go see this movie. It looks really, really good. If you guys have a chance to see either of these movies this weekend, please leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let's have a great conversation regarding these 2 movies. Alright guys, so that's it for Movie Time this week. Stay tuned to the channel for Movie Time Movie of the Week. Click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section down below. Let's have a great conversation this week. We'll see you next time.